Right then guys, this is a fair machine. The Mercedes 190. Bit of a wolf in sheep's clothing, to be honest. It's obviously badged just as a 190, as you would have seen the photographs. But far from it being a 190, a basic 190. And I haven't had much to do with it. I wasn't here when it arrived. And I was just photographing the outside, all those photographs that no doubt you've looked at, and the seats and everything. And I thought, oh yeah, you know, it's very Cosworth-ish, isn't it, inside? Extra little badges and bits and pieces. And I thought, oh, that's very much along them lines. I used to have a lot of 190s at one point. We used to do really well with them. But I won't even pretend I'm an aficionado on them. But anyway, so I'm doing all the photographs thinking, yeah, that's Cosworth type seats, isn't it? 2.5 16 valve, 2.3, I think 16 valve was one of them. And then lo and behold, I popped the bonnet and we've got that. 2.5 16 valve, so there you are. So it is. And it all looks like it's grown in there to me, from what I can see. So, arguably quite an unusual car. Obviously, normally I have the dog leg gearbox, whereas this one's automatic. I suppose you can change that, should you wish. So there she is. Fair bit of kit, that. I've taken a photograph there of one plate, second plate, so you can do some own work on it. But black ones with a manual gearbox with that engine in, as we all know, are doing a fortune, aren't they, at the moment? But I don't know where we need to be with this one money wise. Like I say, it was dropped off by a contractor, a transport firm, with the very, very basics. That's about all. He was just literally asked to drop it off here. No doubt the office will know a bit more in due course, so you'll have to just keep an eye out on the internet there, or give them a tinkle through and have a word. There's some extra bits in the back for what they're worth. Some extra lamps, indicators, a bit of trim there from somewhere, but I don't recognise that trim, and an old seat cover, again for what it's worth. Still got the triangle in the boot, which is nice. I mean, in normal spec these are doing very well now, haven't they? They've come on no end over the last few years within the classic movement, let alone in this sort of spec. Just a little bit on the seat there, which I photographed there. God knows what someone's been wearing to do that. Some sort of badge or clip on the trousers, I suppose. But quite an unusual car. Maybe along the lines of the car we've got over there. I mean, I know we're drifting from one to another, but 9,000 miles on that. Special order with the wheels and the body kit. We had a Mercedes main dealer, lovely garage, the most picturesque garage in Pickering for years, North Riding they were, and then they knocked it down and built an old people's home, of all things. But just before they did that, a couple of the staff left and set up a Mercedes, an independent specialist, and they're only about 500 yards from where I'm stood now. And I was up there on Monday, and they remember PDI in this car, handling it all, local owner. In fact, two of the guys up there remember taking the dash out. I know we're talking about 190s. They remember taking the dash out, sending that dash. They had to take all that dash out and send it over to Norway or somewhere to get it treated like that for the owner. 9,000 miles, and all he used it for was to go backwards and forwards to his boat. There you go. So special order. So someone comes along and says, oh no, it didn't have those wheels and it shouldn't have that, shouldn't have that. That was exactly how it left Mercedes main dealer. And this might be the reason I'm waffling on about that. This could be maybe along those lines, couldn't it? You know, back in the day, if you had the money, you could really order whatever you wanted. You know, you could order one of these or one of those in sky blue pink if you wanted. And nowadays it's, you know, no, it's this or it's that. That's what you get. But back in the day, if you had the checkbook, they would do it for you. So I don't know, so do a bit of homework on it, guys, because I think this is a very interesting car. It's with us down at Pickering now, so you're more than welcome to come down and have a look. Like I say, in the meantime, hopefully the office will be armed with a bit more information, so give them a tinkle through. Fingers crossed they'll be able to fill a few gaps in for you and go from there. But we've got two very interesting Mercedes there.